Here we are at K Vegas on a Shralpy Sunday. Little dirt church. Kernersville Mountain Bike Park. This place rocks. It's a blue flow trail, but it's so obviously designed by mountain bikers because every quarter mile or so, there's something cool. Whether it's a random pile of logs to jump off of, like this, or a wood feature like this. There's always something keeping it interesting. So, I'm not gonna show you everything. It's about a 4-mile loop. But all of these cool, like this, cool little interesting features, I'll give you the highlights. So let's rock. Here's a downhill. All right, after the first quarter mile, there comes a little twisty, fun downhill in between the trees, which is sweet. So check this out. And a little swoop, some rocks. It's awesome. Catch up with you in a little bit. Okay, after a couple of uphill berms, we go back to the downhill. This rocks as well. Been super steep. What a great first little bit of this trail, you know? Rock. Ugh. Then it's back to the climb. So at the half-mile mark, it levels out quite a bit, and it's a good place to get speed because there's about to be a nice berm, a little jump, and then a super cool creek crossing. It's got a wood bridge and feels like a free fall into it. So check this. Kind of trying to get some speed here. Into this berm. Shroud. And then jump. Another high speed turn. Then check this out, straight down. Yeah. Into a berm. Oh man, that's fun. All right, at about 0.8 miles, there's this cool section where you hairpin turn, and there's 3 little swoops. One of them's got a sick amount of roots at the end of it. So you gotta hit some speed, and then there's a wood bridge that's rad. So check this out, this is pretty downhill. Woo! And then pedal a bit. Here's the second one with all the roots. Then there's this sweet chute optional over here. Followed by another one. Rock and roll. So right at about the mile mark, you come across 2 little switchbacks, but they're very short. And right afterward is the Black Diamond section. This is the spiciest section of the whole thing. And there's an optional double black drop. It's probably only about 1.5–2 feet, but it's off of a skinny at slow speed. It's not really open today because there's a big hole in the wood, but you do want to get speed going into the Black Diamond thing regardless, because it can throw you. So you go up, you switch back, try to get some speed, seat down, and then right down here on the skinny, rocking. All right, so after some meandering uphill, you get into a rooty section like this, and that leads you into a really cool wooden roller coaster thing like this. That's awesome. So there's this section that's pretty noteworthy in the middle of the trail where there's two kind of wall ridey berms next to one another. After the first wall ride though, it kind of meanders for what feels like 2 miles. So I don't know if this is kosher, but I think this is the way to do it. Just cut over here, go right to the next one. Because what you're cutting out is just flow trail. And some people dig that. Sometimes I dig that. But today I'm liking the rooty, droppy, fun stuff. Like this. And then check this out, wood feature. That is fun. So at about 2.5 miles, there comes a section that I call the Chutes. It's got some serious downhill, almost straight down chutes that come right back up. Then there's a steep uphill berm, which is not fun, but it's followed by steep downhill berms and another chute and a rock garden. This is maybe the rowdiest section of the whole thing. So here we go. Then you gotta climb up this. This is awesome. And down and around and up. Then it's time for another chute. Which is sweet. And then rocks. Yeah. Okay, at mile marker 3 or thereabouts, there's a fork in the road. And on the tree is marked the options to go left to the berms or right to the bypass. And I actually recommend going to the bypass. The berms, you know, they're fun, but you got to climb up the same number of berms as you descend. And to me, climbing up berms is at least twice as bad as the goodness of going down berms. So to each his or her own, but I choose the bypass, and right after it, you have a sweet downhill, and then one of the most noteworthy things of the park is a creek crossing that is pretty epic. So check it out. About to get wet, which is welcome because it is 90 degrees, full humidity, no wind. And I started feeling cold a minute ago, which is probably a sign of heat stroke. So let's get some water, which is happening right here. Oh yeah! Full lower body soak. Kind of feels nice. Luckily, these 510s have drain ports on them to get the water out. Here's a punchy climb. Now for the rest of the trail, it's mostly an uphill climb out of here. So I won't show you all that. see up near the end of the trail. So after the steepest climbs, and really kind of the only steep climbs of the whole trail system, you get back to the parking lot and you can do another lap if you want. I think overall, the first mile is awesome. Mile 2.5 to 3.5 is awesome. And the other stuff is kind of standard fare, blue or even green trail stuff. But the other miles make up for it. This place is great. So, till next time, from K Vegas, baby.